Hey everybody, I'm Eugene Driscoll of valleyindy.org, coming to you from an undisclosed location. I can't tell you, it's a basement somewhere in the city of Derby. Just wanted to do a quick check of StreamYard again on YouTube, Twitter, Valley Indy, Facebook. I've been in contact with StreamYard. They have pretty good customer service, I have to say. Oh, this is a lie, by the way. During this broadcast, you can support my page by sending stars. Yeah, this page does qualify for monetization, but I haven't figured out how to do it yet. So that's not... First, I want to see if I can share video without the stream going crazy. I've been in contact with StreamYard. I have an inside source, somebody named Trevor. We've been going back and forth. First, they just kind of tell you, hey, it's probably your fault. You're doing something wrong. You know, remember to plug your computer in while streaming. I'm like, thanks, Trevor. That's a great help. But the other night, I was able to do some troubleshooting live right before we watched the Seymour Board of Select Persons meeting. And I sent Trevor that video. I was like, Trevor from StreamYard, take a look at this. This is something different here. This is happening. And so then he asked me to go live again. They have access to my back-end system. And we'll see what's what. I gotta take a screenshot of the CPU when I share a screen. Before I do that, I want to do something. What if we like put some mood music on? Mood music. Did I say that correctly? It's like Minecraft. Pardon me all over the place. The flu is still in my house. My son, Jack, has not slept in 2 days, or he'll stay up till 5 or 6 in the morning and then finally collapse. When he gets sick, they diagnosed him a long time ago with mild persistent asthma, mild cough persistent asthma, something like that. I don't know. Nothing they do helps. But he's in this thing where he and I are staying up all night. So I slept from 12 to 2 p.m. And now I got an interview. I'm doing an interview. I'm being interviewed tonight by Mike Kenichi for his YouTube Comcast program. So I'm looking forward to that. All right. Let me just share a video to see what happens to my CPU as directed by StreamYard. I'm going to share the screen. This was an NBC 30 report from, I guess, a couple of years ago about the Sterling Opera House. So let's take a look at that. Oh, wait, but before I do that, I should kill the Minecraft music. I have to go to brand. And I have to say, no, that's not it. Stop. All right, now let's share that. Let's see what happens. Feel free to leave a comment, any comment, because that'll help drain my CPU too, and then I can share that with the StreamYard people as well. I'm tired, man, in more ways than one. Then after this, we'll go over the news of the day, which I think is Joe DiMartino is scheduled to announce his candidacy or his intent to seek the Democratic nomination for mayor in Derby at 7 p.m. at Twisted Vine. Oh yeah, you guys can all see that, right? I should check this. Got to refresh my other computer over here. Yeah, okay. Volume's turned up.
Halloween night. This is the latest in our series of stories hidden in plain sight.
Tonight, we've got a bit of a twist as Dan Corcoran shows us what some believe may be haunted in plain sight in Derby. Take a look.
Maybe you've seen it. It's been here for more than a century, standing tall and for years sealed off to the public.
Wait, hold on. Where's my house? Oh, where's Hawthorne Avenue? Over here somewhere.
Right on the edge of the green in downtown Derby, the Sterling Opera House. Built in 1889 and abandoned more than 50 years ago, some say the theater's haunted. Paranormal investigators and ghost hunters are drawn to this space.
They claim there's paranormal activity here.
Curious about what else
Was that
could
Jack
be
Walsh?
found
I was
here
checking on
when
something.
you leave the light and dare to
I was.
meander through the dark, drafty caverns of the Sterling.
Maybe we'll become the ghost center of Connecticut.
Lifelong Derby resident and self-described history buff Jack Walsh was with us when we were given exclusive access to bring you these exclusive views. Drone Ranger cleared to take flight inside this theater.
It's a nice looking building, but you have no sense of what actually went on in here.
I love that TV News names their drone. The Drone Ranger in action in the haunted building.
Well-known figures graced this stage over the years. Harry Houdini, Amelia Earhart, Bob Hope, Bing Crosby, countless plays and musical performances too. The Sterling Opera House was the first structure in Connecticut to be listed on the National Register of Historic Places.
This is a hauntingly beautiful space. So much history was made on that stage, but there are so many more stories that unfolded underneath it.
Its popularity eventually faded. The theater itself went dark in 1945, but the lower levels of this building were used for another 20 years as City Hall, the police station, and the jail. A few eerie artifacts left behind by those forced to do time here.
The cells are kind of rotted away, there's dust.
And there's a feeling that this is the kind of place where paranormal activity would be, well, active. One ghost hunter claims he saw a playground ball moving around the theater by itself.
Said it would just roll on its own for no reason. But then they also showed some other things of waves that might be a person and that there are also voices.
Believe in that stuff or not, this place is truly something to behold. The outside of the Sterling has been maintained, but it would take millions of dollars on the inside to bring it up to code if ever the doors were to open again.
Can this place be restored to its original glory?
Thank you, Adam.
If there's enough money, you can do anything.
Until then, all of this will stay off limits and hidden in plain sight. Kept quiet until someone, or maybe something, makes a move.
If there are ghosts here, God bless them.
At the Sterling Opera House in Derby on Halloween.
If you believe it, then it's true for you.
I'm Dan Corcoran, NBC Connecticut News.
Okay, so that was, I'm going to stop sharing that. Did I lose StreamYard? Oh, no, I have it in the wrong place. So I don't think that was incredibly choppy. And my CPU is being used to a minimal degree, StreamYard. So the problem's on your end, StreamYard, if you're watching. Help a dude out. Carol Ford asks, what's your background? That is an aerial shot of Derby on this side, the left-hand side, my left-hand side, and Shelton across the river. And that's the Route 8 bridge right there, I believe. I could have that wrong. Or is it the other way around? Well, that's Inline Plastics over there, right? I don't know. Ask Rick Dunn. That's the Derby Shelton Bridge. That's the Route 8 bridge. Yeah, because there's the slab. The treasure should be resurrected. Yeah, I know the city was going after grant money a while back, but that sort of subsided because Derby's got a lot of needs. I know they're going, they filled out a grant. I haven't done a story on this, but they're trying to get the parking garage taken care of using possibly some federal funds. All right, so the other thing I want to just test out, and again, if you're just joining us, I'm Eugene Driscoll. This is the Valley Indie Facebook page, and I'm doing a little, oh wait, what you should see up there is I made a meme once, and it's being covered up by my brand. That's Tiger Woods and John Daly. So I'm testing out StreamYard because I want to use this platform, but it's been giving me problems. And I'm proving, like whenever you have a tech problem, you have to prove it's not your fault before anybody will do anything. This next video is footage of CBS 2 News coverage of the River Restaurant explosion. It was posted by Tom Leonard more than a decade ago on YouTube. So again, WCBS News is a New York City station. They came up, had a helicopter in the air that day. Kind of a trigger warning because I know people are, of course, still in the Valley and in Derby from when that happened. There's nothing graphic in the video, but it are helicopter shots, and it's taken from the day of the explosion. Going to get rid of that. Going to share that screen. And in the comments, if you're watching, let me know how it looks. If it's choppy, if there's a delay, if I talk and the audio doesn't match my lips, I would appreciate that so I can initiate a class action suit against StreamYard. Okay. Gotta turn the sound up.
Field with weather.
Oh, about the audio with this. This is obviously an old video. And there's Dr. G and Michelle Marsh, right? Oh, I grew up watching these people. It's only going to come out one speaker, one side of your computer or whatever you're using.
Good evening, everyone. There is agony in the aftermath of a gas explosion tonight. A frantic rescue effort is underway at a demolished restaurant in Derby, Connecticut. At least 2 people are still trapped beneath the debris. So far, 16 have been counted among the injured. Channel 2's Jane Mitchell was there and shares the story and the worry of local officials.
Tonight, it looked as if a bomb had been dropped on the
That's
small
just
town
incredible.
of Derby outside Bridgeport. Suddenly, at about 4 this afternoon, an explosion ripped through the River restaurant here.
I thought it was an earthquake. The building I was in shook.
What is now twisted metal and scattered brick was a 4-level Italian restaurant run by the Ippolito family. It's on the main street, and when it happened, it was open and doing business.
When we pulled up, it was just an incredible scene. There were people lying outside the building. There were still people inside the building we had to pull out.
No one knows exactly why or how it happened, though fire officials say it apparently involved a natural gas leak or rupture. At least a dozen people, possibly a lot more, were in the restaurant eating and drinking when the blast hit. At least 16 people were hurt, with injuries ranging from sprains to major burns.
The guy pulled out first had broken legs. He couldn't move his legs. And then the woman she had a bad cut across her face. And then a girl about 30, blonde, we helped her out.
As late as 8 tonight, at least 3 people were still trapped deep in the rubble. They were identified as the owner's sister, the owner's son, and another boy in his teens who was working in the kitchen.
We're in the process of rescuing one of those boys right now, and we do have visual and hand-to-hand contact with him. We've managed to dig in that far. 2 are trapped in the back of the building in the kitchen area, which has had 2 floors collapse on it.
Just 20 minutes ago, it was reported 1 was freed. The explosion happened at about 4 o'clock this afternoon, but by 8 o'clock tonight, workers were still unable to stem the flow of natural gas that was pouring out of a broken main in the center of the rubble. That gas was flowing into sewers and creating the possibility of other explosions. That's why they evacuated this entire neighborhood. The state fire marshal plans a major investigation into how all this happened. But tonight, the major concern is not how or why, but simply getting everyone out. Jane Mitchell, Channel 2 News, Derby, Connecticut.
We'll be going live to Derby for an update on this developing story a little later on in this broadcast.
And on Long Island,
Okay, so that was that. Obviously a tragedy in Derby's history. Surprisingly well reported by the New York News. So I wanted to share that with you. I believe that worked. Yeah, and I believe the anniversary just passed of that, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to look on my computer. So again, that was from CBS News in New York. And before that, I shared a NBC 30 report on the Sterling Opera House in Derby. Sorry to be Derby-centric, but deal with it. Then just a quick rundown of things that were happening today. And again, this is just a test of StreamYard. I'm sorry if I'm not prepared or stumbling. I have a story that I just posted, or I guess I posted about 4 o'clock. It's a wrap up from the Seymour Board of Selectmen meeting the other night. I guess I can share this with you. I hate the steps StreamYard makes you take to share. It's quicker in Zoom. Okay, there's a story I'm talking about right there. Jean Falbo-Sosnovich attended this municipal meeting of the Seymour Board of Select Persons. They changed their name formally at the end of last year from Tuesday. And one thing that First Select Woman, Anne-Marie Dragonis, mentioned was the cyber scam. Seymour was targeted and was victim to a cyber scam involving email and people using false identities. And someone got $375,000 out of the town of Seymour. Dragonis says there'll probably be an update. And I don't know if this is going to be an update to the public or just to the elected officials in executive session. I don't know, but that'll be next month. Their next meeting is scheduled for January 17th. That case, by the way, is under investigation by the FBI and Seymour Police, looking under the extra section, and this is on desktop. Derby Cultural Commission issued a press release if you want to get involved in things going on in Derby. That if you click that link, there's a phone number and then a whole rundown of what the Derby Cultural Commission did in 2022. And then honor rolls. Now, I posted these before Christmas, but just today I added the Assumption School. The Assumption School sent in their honor roll for the first quarter, I believe, earlier today, and it is there under extra on valleyindy.org. We have a Comcast Channel 10 programming guide that I try to post every week. A lot of times I forget. I'm sorry, Comcast. I am a moron. Then this morning I posted last night's live stream, which only got 200 views. All the ones I did before this week hovered around 1,000. Then all of a sudden I qualified for the STARS program, that Facebook's monetization program, and then only 200 people watched that video. Doesn't make sense to me. The other ones were like this. I didn't do any advance announcement. I just went live. I had nothing planned. Last night, I had advanced it on Facebook and on Twitter and on YouTube saying this was going to happen at 7 o'clock. FOI spot check. Made a nice little graphic there and all that good stuff. And then, according to Facebook, only 200 people watched it. Obviously a conspiracy. They're trying to lessen my reach, you bastards. But also, I mean, earlier today on valleyindy.org, I posted a number of obituaries. There is a story, a link about a community breakfast happening in the Assumption Church on January 14th. That's on valleyindy.org. Martin Luther King ceremony at Ansonia High School, January 16th. You can find the information on valleyindy.org. Information if you want to stop smoking. Griffin has a class. That's on valleyindy.org. And Ansonia Fire Department's calls for service. I mentioned that in last night's broadcast. The actual press release and announcement is under extra on valleyindy.org. Also, there's a story from last night. I posted last night on the Seymour Dog Park opening. Gene Falbo has really been hitting it out of the park this week, doing a lot of good community stories, and I do appreciate that. It's given me a little time to take care of my entire family who has the flu. I mean, my wife's doing more, I will admit that, but I'm the guy staying up with my son Jack until 4 or 5, and allowing me to sort of try to troubleshoot this StreamYard stuff. But that seemed to work. StreamYard, I see what you're up to. Not my fault. Let me check my CPU one more time to take a screenshot of it. Because they were like, hey, you probably have a junky computer, Mr. Nonprofit, Valley Indy, one-man bum. One time I had a reader. He got angry at something. I think I deleted a comment in the Derby community forum that I put together. And he sent me a message saying my house was a piece of, and I can't say the other word, but I don't even know why I thought of that. Maybe that's what StreamYard's thinking. All right, I'm blabbing. I think that's it. That's all I got. Thanks for taking a couple of seconds to come on here. I don't have any comments. I thought that went well. I probably will delete this video since it was all over the place and it's kind of embarrassing. But hey, keep an eye and an ear out for some Mike Kenichi content coming your way. I have to post his latest episode, an interview with Phil Mushnick on valleyindy.org to expose people to it. You know, try to help out, get more people to see what Mike is up to. And then at some point, he's going to interview me. Well, he's interviewing me in an hour. And then he's interviewing Al Terzi, which is exciting, right? I thought I was going to be able to box Al Terzi. Random observation, my background looks crisp and seamless. Oh, thank you. I mean, it's literally not the best photo. I just threw it up there. There is a little like cheap green screen right behind me. I don't know. I mean, I kind of like the backgrounds because they're sort of, they're just sort of goofy. But so I don't know if I'll always use one. But StreamYard said that my use of the background, they wanted to see me share a screen with the background in place because they were concerned that my computer doesn't have enough memory to do all that. If I take the background off right now, it'll just be a green screen. But I think people got sick probably, or maybe we're getting sick of seeing my disturbing basement. All right, everybody. Thank you to Carol Ford. Thank you to Adam Coppola. Thank you to Jim Pepe for keeping me company and testing out the stream with me. And I'll see everybody Well, I don't know when. You'll see. We have stories coming tomorrow. I don't know if I'll do another live stream tomorrow, especially if less people are watching every time I do one of these. I can't take that public rejection. Good night, everybody. God bless.